All right, record for non-BCS qualifying schools as far as payout from the bowl games. Shenanigans, maybe not. Because the reason I say shenanigans is it's been a hot topic about going to a playoff. And what better way to keep people quiet and make them shut up? You give them more money. The Mountain West getting the bulk of that money, which is great for the Mountain West, with $9.8 million. And the WAC also getting $7 million in that payoff of $24 million total going out to the other schools too. So, I don't know if it was some shenanigans, but maybe not. Maybe that's just what was earned, and it's good to see those conferences getting some money, because if they got money like that every year, we wouldn't have these conferences walking around like we're the big bad cheese conference. It's like what about if I sat two people at a table and one guy I fed him every day and the other guy I fed him once a month? What is he going to look like? Okay, that's the same thing with the money that's going around in the BCS. This is a piece of garbage. Playoffs now. What do you say to that, Devin?
I think it's too close to dinner time for you making all these food references.
Is that the truth, though? If there's two guys sitting at the table, you feeding one of them because he's got the automatic bid and he's getting food every time, and the other guy, he's got one pea on his plate and you're cutting it in half and giving it to the other guy.
Yeah, it's a ploy, and to be honest, we don't know how that money split up. You don't know where that money goes. I mean, sure, it's a nice little PR job, it's a nice little spin job, but I think fans are robbed of a playoff. This is not about, at some level it is about fairness and equity in schools, but honestly, at the end of the day, we don't care how much conferences get paid. We just want to see a playoff. We just want to see a good product on the field. They've yet to deliver it. I mean, the BCS Bowls, on average look terrible. I mean, that national championship game was such a mess. I mean, the top tier quarterback goes out and, they still have a chance to come back. And it was just, it didn't look like number one, number two to me. And until they fix that, I don't care about any of these, sidebar stories. I don't think they're moving forward. I don't think we're progressing. I think we're just kind of spinning our wheels.
Okay. All right,
what do you think about, come on, Lobo's back in the poll. They finally made it there.
Lobo's back in the top 25 poll in basketball, of course, we're talking about. They're 23rd. And I think it's a good time for them to be in the poll. Steve Alford made a comment. It's better later than never, and better later than even early, because as you're going down the stretch, and you're trying to make it into the tournament and stuff like that, it always helps to have a national ranking and to also play well down the stretch. Now, as far as the Lobos getting in the tournament, if they're able to sustain this and keep moving up in the poll, they'll have a good shot of getting in that large bid if they don't win that conference tournament. But they got to sustain this, and they got to start by doing things like beating BYU on Wednesday, because BYU is a very talented team, a lot of experience going up against a young Lobo team, and Jimmer Fredette, he's the deal. Jimmer can ball. Let's just be honest about it. Jimmer has skills. Jimmer is absolutely a good basketball player. I got to take my hat off to the guy. Now, he'll probably be the Mountain West Player of the Year, and I can see why he would get that. But let me back up to when J.R. Giddens was playing, and they had J.R. Giddens as co-player of the year with Lee Kamara, which is a piece of garbage. Lee Kamara was a good player, but to have those guys co-players of the year, that was a joke.
Was Lee Kumar even the best player on BYU's team?
I don't even think he was the best player on the BYU team. And if you had a gun to somebody's head and said, you got to win this game or you're going to get shot, who are you going to take, Giddens or Kamara? Who would you take? Game, set, match.
I'm taking Giddens, and I would take the big man that played. Here's the thing. We're 6 games into the Mountain West season. I'm not ready to crown anybody yet. We got 10 games left to play.
Yeah, but Lee Kamara, Jimmer Fredette, far and away, is playing better than anybody in the conference.
Oh, right now, yeah.
As an individual,
Okay, yeah. Darius Gary throws down 25 points.
Darius Gary's playing well, too, now.
Next 10 games, then you're going to say it all comes down to who helps their team win the conference. Right now, it looks like BYU is going to win the conference. But this game, I think you touched on it earlier. It's incredibly important that UNM win this game at home.
Very.
They need a quality win to add to the resume. If they win this week on Wednesday, I'm saying it right now that they're in the NCAA tournament. If they don't, it's in doubt. Who knows? But Darius Gary, I think, if the Lobos win the conference regular season, is going to be the player of the year.
Well, I don't know about all that. But I do know that we got to go and that the Lobo game is sold out. So if you didn't get your ticket,
You're out of luck.
you're out of luck.
See you.